beginning, Oriel was lost and stuck on an island over here. Her brother said she was checking out the new colorful island that just appeared suddenly. I can only assume that Dodo here wrangled together a bunch of other islands and somehow glued them together. Green, lame. Anyway, he says his game's not ready till later. Well, now is later, and his game's still not ready. The game is ready, but he is not. This is basically a roulette game. It's a falling roulette game. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. I want to call him Big Gay Bruce. Something about this guy makes me really uncomfortable. I mean, he's not just gay, he's like a pedophile or something. And don't get me wrong, I seriously, I don't care about sexual orientation. This guy, I mean, this is beyond flaming. Something about him makes me feel like he's gonna molest me. Yeesh.
Because, you know, everybody loves clowns. You should never be scared of a clown. That's from Animaniacs.
I mean, he can't even just open his game because he doesn't have his little peacock butt dial. Really? That's stupid, man. Plus, on all the children's faces. What, there are like 3 kids in Skyloft, man. None of them can ride a Loftwing. They don't have rupees. That's just it. The story just doesn't add up there. You want to land at Desert Entrance. Back to Lanayru. I was hoping that would hit. I pointed out the party wheel when we were here earlier. Alright, right here. Don't need it, but I'll take it. The only way to get there is by hitting that time shift stone so that you can climb the vines and then shimmy along this ledge. Yeah, everything's just a drop off. If you douse for it. Place is familiar, you say. It's Master Short Pants of abuse to you. Now you can either shimmy back along this ledge or just jump down and run back. They're about the same. This one makes me feel like I'm moving faster though. The purpose of this, he gives you gratitude crystals for it, but the purpose of this side mission isn't to get the gratitude crystals, it's to play a stupid little mini-game so that you can get a piece of heart. Ugh, can't turn that sharp, huh? Okay. It's his butt dial. It's his sex toy. Eesh. Now this makes me think he's an ancestor of Tingle.
Now, Tingle I respect. He's just being himself. This guy, that's just more than being yourself. It's like he's trying or something. So they designed Tingle to be pathetic, but the guy's got massive balls. I respect that. I don't know, this guy, maybe he's related to Falby from Twilight Princess.
Creepy clown. He's got the clown thing going on too. Maybe that's part of it. He gives you one free try at his game. The idea of this game is that he shoots you up into the air in a cannon, and you free fall back down, trying to pass through these floating rings while avoiding these floating, well, balls. His dodo balls, he calls them. Which further makes me think he's a frickin' pervert. Ugh. Every time you pass through a ring, you double your, well, you get an extra ×2 multiplier. And then when you land on one of these spaces on the outside of this roulette wheel, you get that many rupees. If you lit a black one, you actually owe him rupees. And if you miss, you get nothing. Oh no, I should have... Oh no. Ugh. Anyway, if you get a ×10 multiplier by passing through all 5 of these rings, then you land on his jackpot space. He gives you a piece of heart. Where is it? You can't use your sailcloth. You can't pause the game. You can't open the map. And you rotate too. This part gets pretty easy once you learn free falling. And get used to the Wii Remote. The trick is to hit it about 3/4 of a spin after you pass through this one. I don't think that's gonna hit. one was closer to half a spin. But ideally, it'll go through about 3/4 of a spin. Could be up to 5/8, could be down to 3/8. Give or take, and that's the element of luck, so it just does take a little extra time. That is also why I made sure to stock up on rupees before this, because this might take a lot of your rupees. Supposedly, every time you pass through one of these rings, the roulette wheel slows down. But if it does, it's so slow I can't notice it. Left. Damn!
Yes.
Okay, here we go again. Seems like Link is really spinning. Even though I'm holding the Wii remote just straight. No! But you'll notice it's a different place every time.
Yes.
Just make sure we've got the right orientation here. That seems better. It helps to make note of the central design on that wheel. If you look at the hub, it helps to figure out what 3/4 of a turn is if you use that as a reference. Ah. Yep. Figured as much, but he'll give me some more ammo. Yep, Kalu Limpa. I'm not gonna touch your dodo balls, man. I just want the children to play with my dodo balls. The guy who invented Play-Doh. Play dodo balls. Play with my dodo balls. Play-Doh. Dough balls. Whatever. This song reminds me of this old, like, 50s limerick. I'd ask your mother for 50 cents to see the elephants jump the fence. They jump so high, they jump so fast, they skin their ask your mother for 50 cents to see the elephants. No, damn. That would have been like a full revolution.
No. Yoo-hoo.
Alright, here we go.
Yes.
If you hit a ball, the multiplier goes down. But I don't dare demonstrate that, because I don't want to do this 100 times. Yay! Good thing I didn't demonstrate that. Ha ha! Single clue and paw. And the rupees at the top of the screen add up to 50. 2 red, 2 blue. There. Yeah. It's just the most convenient time to do that. Because that gives me 3 out of 4 pieces of heart, and then I get the 4th one coming up here soon. But for now, it's time to go to Farron Woods and do that Silent Realm mental challenge. Aha! Take that. So you can look at the background when you do this charge. And it like goes farther away, and then it comes a little bit closer, and it just... I don't think it really is much of a difference. If you use the background as the judge, you're not going that fast. So again, you'll just want to go to the viewing platform. It's the nearest to the gate. Yeah, yeah. This guy's blue. This is your first blue guy. Hey, don't be hitting my... Actually, you know what? Go ahead. Break my shield.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Because I want that bottle for other things. So here you play the song to prove that you've got the right stuff. Again, the harp is easiest to play. If you just kind of use a wide sweeping motion. Not only just moving it back and forth, but also rotating it. She's singing all these like intricate lyrics, but not moving her lips. %90 possibility. Yes, it's definitely there's a 100% possibility. So in this silent realm, where you prove your stuff, journey into Link's mind without his weapons. You don't have your sword, you don't have your shield, and you don't have Fi. The idea is to pick up these tears of light. Or, these are called Tears of Furor because they're green, and this is Furor's Courage Challenge. And she'll explain all of this very slowly. Then there are these guardians who constantly try to plague you and hit you, but every time you pick up a tear of... I want to call it a tear of light, because that's from Twilight Princess. They have a vessel of light, and you pick up these tears of light. Spiritual growth, that's what it is. Eesh. Your spirit of abuse. Yeah. Anyway, there are floating guardians, pacing guardians, and scariest of all, these guardians who will charge at you and hit you and make you lose and have to start over. Once you hit one of these, you get 90 seconds of free time, where the guardians are just asleep. Then there are these, like, light fruit that'll put beacons out from these tears of light. It seems really scary at first. First time you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, while you're looking for all these tears and trying to find your way around. Because that's the trouble, is you get really lost. I got it, go away. But they reuse these maps a lot. Not only did you do this before, but now you have to do a Silent Realm challenge, and then you gotta come through here immediately after this to open another thing. The next part, and then that opens another section of Faron Woods. So it behooves you to learn the layout. But for my first trip here, actually all I want to do is stock up on these dusk relics, excuse me. Yay, it's the last thing I have to collect. You need 13 of them to upgrade one of everything. There's usually one up over here. And you don't have a sailcloth, but that's okay, because you don't have health. These guys will, like, spontaneously combust when they meet you. So I will tell you, this is waking water. If you touch this water, the guardians wake up instantly. The cool part is Link walks over the top of it like it's a solid. They should call it walking water. But it doesn't matter because there's a light fruit right there anyway. Not a light fruit. Courage tier? I already forget. Doesn't matter. Tear of Furor. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about that right now. My goal is not to collect all of those fruits. All of those tears. My goal is just to stock up on these dusk relics for now. Nope, there's not one over there, but there's one up here usually. And that flower in the top left-hand corner of the screen counts down how long until the guardians wake up. There's one under here, and then there's one between these two guys. You get closer and closer together, and then they start to spread out. Then there's one up here on the ramp. Oh, was that a... Okay. I would prefer a dusk relic, but that's okay. 5 out of 13. The trick is you get hit after you've collected all of these, and then all of the treasures respawn. So I don't think there's one up here. But there's one over here. You gonna be like that? Alright then. You did that to yourself. There's often one under here. There is not this time. Maybe it depends on which time through this is. Maybe they alternate. This is your first time through, so they don't spawn. No. Alright, go on. Hi, how you doing? Cool thing is, they know where you are. And there's this glowing orb at the side of the screen. Before they hit you. That kind of indicates where they are. I think that's actually pretty much all of them. There's not one over here. More waking water. That's cool. I don't care. I wanted him to do it. It gets easier when you know the layout and you know where the tiers generally are. First one's always easiest to collect here, just because that puts them off your back for 90 seconds, minute and a half. I think they'll all spawn here. At least enough. 8, yeah, I can get that. There's one up here. There's one here, then there's one up here. With Fair and Woods here, you basically just make a big circle. And the cool thing is, once you collect them, they show up on your map. So basically, you start here, then I just make a big circle around. Woo! Not that it'd be a big deal if I did touch that. One here, and they've blocked this off. Normally you could drop down there and get to a ledge. I think there's often one kind of up here across the way. Do one Dusk Relic. Looks like there's not one here, but that's okay. I strongly advise you to jump off this side. Or just have Link automatically walk onto that, because I don't care. One under the arch. One between these two guys. One up on the ramp over here for the great tree. Not the great tree, but a big tree. There's one over there, I'll save that till later. One light stamina fruit, whatever. Tear of Furore. There's one under here, but not this time. What does that put me up to? 15! Out of the 13 I need. Make a quick little jaunt to the end of this. Looks like there's not one up here this time. There's this one where the Guardian hit me before. Trick is you gotta wait for this waking water to recede. It'll slowly go back and forth. And there's just one more, and that's kind of by the exit. There are normally 3 ways from this part back to the viewing platform. One is pushing this log down. One is that gate down there that they've now put. The gate's normally not there. The other is to go through that big gully by climbing through that big tree. And then you jump down from there. You can't get to there in the Silent Realm, and that's okay. Got everything I need. So now you get the tear fruit. And this is basically like a bracelet you can wear. I don't think they show him wearing it.